Hi everyone, it is me, Jordan Long here, and I'll talk about that you can't put Sailor Moon folk work in English on Pluto TV, or is it Pluto FS, and it'll be like something like this, and the shaming it might come from it. Oh, so you're too lazy to learn another speech. Hey, I'm not too lazy to learn another speech. I speak English, so do you. So where are you getting off saying that I'm lazy? Because you are. You have any truth to this? No. So where did this belief or or this belief or slight come from? Where, oh, you're lazy if you only speak one speech. Yeah, well, you know, everyone else speaks more than one speech. Who are these other folks? I mean, there are folks out there that speak more than one speech. Either they've learned it, either from a first speaker, or they've learned it from a film, or a disc, or a website. However, they learned it, great for them. But it doesn't make me lazy for only knowing one speech. You know, and you want them to put it in English. Yeah, I do. I speak the English speech. I speak it with mostly with no borrowed words, which is a goal in myself. No one else has to follow that, but that's just what I do. Yeah, well, they got it written in your speech. Yeah, well, that's not good enough. I'll take that if that was the only offshoot, but that's not true. There's other offshoots out there. And I think it's some flaw on the layout or setup. You know, you know, a lot of folks, took a lot of time to learn your speech. You should take the time to learn theirs. Well, if someone wants to learn more than one speech, that's great for them. But it doesn't mean I have to learn their speech. I mean, it's a choosing thing to learn a speech. I mean, there is no law or oversight. It doesn't work. There are some folks in this world that can learn a speech fast, either from a first speaker, from a disc, from a film, from a website, whatever. And then there's folks that take longer time to learn it, but they do learn it. And then there's folks like me that don't learn it, and I should be thankful I learned the speech that I speak. So you're going to guilt me and shame me for only knowing English. Alright? When you speak it too. Yeah, I think I would have liked the folk work more if I could shift it in English, but I cannot. It's like a hit and miss. Sometimes you can, sometimes you cannot. You're thinking I'm too lazy, and that's why you're thinking I'm lazy for only knowing English? Oh. Well, you might think you're lazy for only knowing one speech, but I don't. And I don't think it's asking too much for them to have words in English. Why is it gotta be like fucked up? Like there's a flaw that shows up every once in a while when you can shift it into English and time you cannot. You know what? You are lazy. You're lazy for not choosing to learn another speech. Oh, so I'm lazy because I only speak English. So you're telling me everybody else that only speaks one speech is lazy too. Well, if they learn a whole bunch of other speeches, living and dead, that makes them not lazy? That makes them busy, right? Busy and iffin', huh? Look, this has nothing to do with that. So you're going to shame me for it when you speak English too. Alright? You know it's irksome. You know you wish you could shift the Sailor Moon folk work into English. You wish that you know there's other offshoots. on other websites and discs and whatever to have in English. So don't bullshit me or shame me for wanting the Sailor Moon Folkwork to be in English. Or half of the time it is and half of the time it's not. Like some flaw. You know, just get out of here. I am always sick of these folks that always like to guilt and shame folks for only speaking English, saying they're lazy. And most of the folks who are guilty of saying this shit are English speakers. Why is it with some of you folks, after you learn another speech, you go around and start calling your fellow English speakers lazy because they don't speak more than one speech like you? I don't understand it. Yeah, you know? So yeah, there is this flaw, I guess, that happens sometimes in a Sailor Moon Folkwork, where sometimes it will let you put it in English, other times it will not. Even though it's probably a good thing that Sailor Moon does have a folkwork. You know, it's not going to be watchable unless some folks don't mind having it written in their speech. But if you're one of those folks out there that, you know, wants to have it in your speech and isn't going to want to do all that reading, then it's not going to work out for you. And if you might be guilted and shamed by one of your fellow English speakers who gets on their high horse after they learn more than one speech and then calls everyone else lazy because they only speak one speech and they speak many or sundry speeches, some living, some dead, whatever. Anyway, if you like this film, then follow me over here at the Jordan Long Show. I mean, yeah, you can. It's a Jordan Long. Follow me here at the Jordan Long Fairway. What's the other film I made yesterday over here? I, Jordan Long, and I, Jordan Mulan Long, and I say on look and love. And I'll see you later. Bye.